We got the sun in Leo. We got the moon in Sagittarius. So, of course, make your wish. Because either the seeds that you planted when the moon's in Scorpio, these are the seeds that you're gonna basically be adding towards Sagittarius. Now remember, Sagittarius hate baggage. So bad seeds that you planted, it's gonna expand, but it's not gonna get too far. And the seeds that you basically planted when it came to planting seeds and waxing them, you can basically gonna be putting wax in a dirty. You're gonna have a house of wax if you planted bad seeds in Sagittarius, because you're gonna have good luck on your side or bad luck on your side. And you don't want to have bad luck. I mean, you want to have good luck at this time. So make sure when you go to sleep tonight, make sure you're smiling. Make sure your mind is clear. Make sure the way you feel is clear at this moment. Because when we got the sun trining the moon, that's giving us a gift to express the way we act and react and respond to life, situations, and to get some clarifications going on. So, wherever you have Sagittarius at in your charts, these are the areas where you need to start planting seeds, which means that we're not done yet. When we get to the full moon, then you can chill, then you can relax. Because when the moon leaves Sagittarius, it's optimistic, expanding and clarity. So, of course, when things are starting to be clarified and expand, these are the areas you got to be aware of. And of course, you got to have some clarifications in these areas. So wherever you have Sagittarius at, these are the areas you're going to basically be expressing and, of course, experiencing. Now, if you have Sagittarius in first house, you're going to basically be reacting and responding to personal affairs and personal issues. You're going to feel the need to basically get away from a personal duty, a personal obligation. And, of course, you're going to be expressing your ways dramatically, passionately, and, of course, confidently. This is going to put you in a position of maybe walking on others' toes at this position. You're going to basically be all over the place with your personality and how you relate to others. Try to find balance in this area, because going to the extremes, you can basically be looked as someone that's, too optimistic. And this can pretty much throw others off when it gets to your arguments and your pursuits. So watch out for these areas, feel me? But you should basically be helping others with your personality at this perspective. All Aries sun, moon, and ascendants, you guys are going to have the gift to express your fire, your enthusiasm, and your instincts. Now, when we get to Sagittarius in the second house, you're going to basically be either getting away from something that you value, whether it's a possession, person, place, or thing. And also, you're going to put yourself in the position of valuing something that you truly have into manners. Now, when you have this here, you could be helping others, being hardworking, also overindulging. But try not to get yourself into a position of just being stuck in routines of valuing something or possessions. Learn how to switch things up, and everything will basically go according to you. Now, when the moon gets to Sagittarius, you gotta learn how to switch things up when it comes to the thing you value. Because if you keep valuing the same shit 10 times out of 10, when it's time to transform and move around, these things may not be at a complete capacity. Not saying it will be, but of course, 10 times out of 10, if you have something that you're dealing with, it's always going to be better. Now, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, you guys is going to basically be dealing with misunderstandings when it comes to adjusting. You're basically going to be having misunderstandings when it comes to the way you think and the way you are practical and the way you are stable. Also, if you have Sagittarius in the third house, this is a positioning of getting away from your surroundings, your environment, or people, places, and things that you're connected to. Because we also got the South Node of Sagittarius. So you're going to feel the need to basically escape individuals. Now, with this position in here, you're going to be basically putting yourself into many aspects and many contributions. Try to focus on one thing at a time. Because you're not going to have balance when it comes to your surroundings. You're going to basically be getting to new acquaintances. And of course, the people that you're relating to, you're going to feel the need to basically separate from these individuals. Try to find some balance, because you can go to the extremes when it comes to meeting people and clicking up with people. You could be at the wrong place, wrong time. Having too much shit on your mind. Boom, you could throw yourself out of the picture. So be aware of this area. Also, if you have Sagittarius in the fourth house, you're basically going to feel the need to basically separate from a routine when it comes to your roots, your privacy, and of course, your family roots. You're going to feel the need to basically separate or retreat or Probably go overseas, visit other family at this position, because the family that you basically truly are connected with, you're gonna feel the need to basically look at these people like, okay, something's not right. I need to get out of this positioning. I mean, they may tell me everything, but sometimes out of 10, I need to know these things for myself. But of course, you're gonna basically be experiencing root causes when it comes to home privacy, or if you're overseas, you're gonna feel the need to want to come back to your original family. That's how it's gonna play out. And for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, you guys are going to be basically dealing with misunderstandings when it comes to love, care, and your experiences. Now, for the 5th house, if you have Sagittarius in the 5th house, you're basically going to be wanting to get away and retreating from a creativity of endeavor that you basically got going on with yourself. You're going to feel the need to pretty much switch up for these things and try something new. Now, if you're playing bad seeds, you're going to basically be stuck into something. If you're playing good seeds, you're going to feel the need to basically be open for new experiences. Now, with this positioning, you could become a prophet when it comes to your experiences, your creativity, and you could be pretty much too bossy and authoritative, almost to the point where you don't really have respect for others when it comes to your creativity. You could be basically taking the stage, and of course, being on some Bow Wow shit, when he was chucking everybody and shit, knowing that he was shooting every shot. His teammates are basically just sitting down on the bench while it was a 1-on-5. Try not to be in that position. Feel me? Try to find the equilibrium. Try to basically be more unique and allow the groups that's surrounded by your creativity to have a little bit of creativity and expression. So you'll be at Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. You guys are going to have the gift to expand your drama and your enthusiasm. Try to find balance, remember. Also, if you have Sagittarius in the 6th house, you're basically going to be responding to routines, health, and of course, work. So you're going to put yourself in the position of either trying to get away from a working routine, or you could basically put yourself into a position of basically being too hard on yourself and not wanting to basically develop a new endeavor. There's going to be some ups and downs here. You try not to let your ego or your enthusiasm get in the way when it comes to experiencing new work routines or new scheduling systems. Try to be open for something new and not put yourself into a fall hard positioning. Feel me? Because you never know when something new is going to pop up. So try not to run away from these things. Feel me? Newness is key. And if you're not allowing these keys to pretty much come into your doorsteps or come into your prison, because you can make yourself a prisoner in the 6th house. You allow no happiness to basically run through these areas, and you're going to basically experience some devilish experiences. So be aware of that. And also Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. You guys are going to be learning to expand your experiences when it comes to your practicality and the way you think. And of course, the way you adapt to your versatile routines. Also, too, if you have Sagittarius in the 7th house, you're going to go to the extremes when it comes to relationships, or go to the extremes of getting out of a relationship at this moment. This is a position in where setbacks and past experiences can basically bring you to a negative perspective. Try not to look outside yourself for justifications. Because if you do this, you could basically be playing bad seeds and being in the wrong vibration, in the wrong energetic spectrum. Feel me? Try to work more on yourself and be a little bit more selfish. And try not to have dictations. What's that word? Yeah. Try not to have these expectations on relying on others. Rely more on yourself, and you have balance in this area. For Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, you're going to have the opportunities to overindulge when it comes to opportunities to relate to people, places, and things. Feel me? And also Venus about to be in Libra too, so yeah, it's gonna get real for you Libras. But try not to allow past experiences or past trauma to come up, and you'll be alright. Now, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, I'm bugging. Sagittarius in the 8th house. Yeah, I'm bugging. Sagittarius in the 8th house. You're gonna be feeling the need to retreat from a deep desire, a hidden alternative, and try to basically expand your experiences to a deeper passion. Now, if you're still stuck into the past experiences, you're going to basically be planting bad seeds. Now, if you're pretty much in the good experiences, you're going to be planting good seeds in this area. So be very aware. Now, with this positioning right here, try to work alone. Try to stay down till you come up. Because the people that you're basically sharing desires with may not be in your best interest. Try not to tell anybody too much of your businesses. So any experiences that you're basically going to start developing and reoccurring, let these experiences basically flow and go smooth. Don't tell anybody that what's going on. Don't tell anybody about your secrets or your hidden agendas when it comes to your experiences. And you'll be out in these areas. And you'll be out. You feel me? But you got to put yourself into a position of, you're going to have good luck if you're planting good seeds. You're going to have bad luck if you're planting bad seeds. That's what y'all say. Now, if you have Sagittarius in the 9th house, where it's home here, you're going to either want to be separating and retreating from experiences, moral principles, or travel and expansions, or you're going to be wanting to basically come up with new ways on how you can introspect your way into a positioning. Now, with this positioning right here, balance and practicality is very key to you, because you may be basically aiming too high for the stars, but you're not going to put yourself into a position of having equilibrium and balance right here. You could basically be diving head first and be a hothead. But basically, you may say, for instance, you may travel overseas and you may have developed something and you may see it and experience it, but you may not even basically get into deeper details. But when someone else experiences it, they might fuck around and make a whole lot of money over it just by you basically lacking things to get into. It's one thing to be observant about things, but if you're not diving deep into that shit, what's the point? So try not to do that. I mean, any experiences that you're basically developing, try to like examine these things and broadcast these things and find meanings and reasons behind these things, and you'll be alright. You're gonna have good luck in your experiences if you're playing a good season. Bad luck, you can't say much. Try again when the moon is in Sagittarius. That's what we gotta say. The moon's still in Scorpio, so we got a couple more hours, and we good. Now, if you have Sagittarius in the 10th house, it falls here. It don't even love being here. So it's gonna be some ups and downs when it comes to your status, your career, your goals, and your business, and basically what you're known for. With this positioning right here, you can have a stiff status, a stiff career, and a stiff way of doing things. Maybe stay at your job, you have a 9 to 5 and shit, where it can be new opportunities that basically gonna pop up, but you're gonna basically overlap these opportunities. Get more in your imagination, or else bad things can happen. Because remember, the universe loves to expand and grow. You're always gonna have luck and hope in these areas if you can have a stabilized plan. But if you have a fixated positioning, you're gonna feel the need to basically get lost into one perspective. Try not to do that, and you'll be right. Now, oh shit, I forgot. Scorpio is gonna be making adjustments when it comes to your experiences of your desires and shit. Your deep adjustments. You will make deep adjustments to go to your desires. Sagittarius, you're gonna have new ways and new opportunities and new gifts or new learning experiences to basically expand and grow when it comes to experiences. Or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. You're gonna be seeing the other side of having a practical plan when it comes to your thinking and practicality and stability. Now, also, if you have Sagittarius in the 11th house, this is pretty much an area where you're going to either want to get away from a group, someone you're associating yourself with, or your acquaintances. Try not to put yourself in the position of taking on too many duties and obligations, because you may basically put yourself into a routine of getting too tired and overwhelmed and outweighed, almost to the point that you don't develop a sufficient enough routine where you can establish yourself into a goal-oriented perspective. See, in this position in here, you could be wanting to basically get into a whole lot of endeavors, but if you don't have a practical plan, if you don't have a practical approach to making sure these things is basically getting rectified and justified, then of course it won't work in your favor. So find a routine you can stick with and take on your responsibilities when you got this position here. Also, if you have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, this is the opportunities to act on the way you think, communicate in a unique manner. And of course, these opportunities can basically expand your way of doing things and expand your way of life. And you can have good luck when it comes to your uniqueness and originality in your 11th house. For whoever had the 11th house there. Now, last but not least, Pisces. See, in this position right here, you can also go to the extremes when it comes to your dreams, your fantasies, and your illusions right here. See, with this positioning, you're going to have the gift to express passion and confidence in this area. Try not to put yourself into a position of giving too much of that to someone else. Feel me? Everybody may not want to be tied up with your shit, or you may not be wanting to be tied up with their shit. So try to put yourself in a position and follow in your path. And if they do feel the need to come to you, then you can present yourself. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, you're going to have conflict when it comes to learning how to expand your emotional sensitivity in your dreams.